Turning back to your success at Washington, you were the only coach to go 11 or more wins in consecutive years. And then you get the call from the Crimson Tide. You just competed for a national championship. What was your thought process when that phone call did come?
Yeah, that was the timing of everything, I think, is what really makes it extra hard through all of this, because my time at Washington is going to be, for me and my family, probably the best time of our life. You know, those 2 years there and the way we were embraced from a community aspect to the team to just how much fun it was working with our staff. It was a special time that I know we all are going to cherish forever as a family and individually as well. But, you know, just the opportunity to come here to Alabama, knowing this program and what the history was all about, and getting a chance to meet Greg Byrne and just really hearing the vision, understanding the interests and how excited he'd be to have, you know, me leading the football program. That meant a lot. And, you know, got a chance maybe over 24 hours to do a little bit of just kind of investigating and kind of really thinking it through and talking to a couple people that I'm close with. But it just felt like, you know, this is something that was too good of an opportunity, and it's just been an awesome experience here these first 3 to 4 months.
Is that how quickly you had to make that decision? Was 24 hours?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much had to make the decision if I was offered the job. You know, that's really how it comes down to, you know, and you know, and I understand why, you know, in the environment we're in, college football, the timing of it, you know, we're talking the middle of January, retaining a roster. I just, the urgency that it needed to be to keep the program moving forward. I completely understood why, you know, Greg Byrne told the team, you know, give me 72 hours, you know, and, you know, that was that urgency. If I was going to be the football coach, I knew getting down here and being around these guys and just being nonstop and trying to build these relationships and keep things together the first 2 weeks while I was here, while I'm building the staff, was going to be critical for our immediate and long-term future.
Were there nerves involved in the interview process? Like, you're going, you know, you have your success at Washington, you're going after this Alabama job. There's always that kid in us that's like, you go to the next stage, you go to the next thing. Were there any nerves involved in going after this job?
No, not at all, because I had a great place where I was at. You know, really, it was more about making sure that this was going to be a good fit, that this is going to be a place I could see, you know, myself, you know, being successful, and, you know, people that I was going to be enjoying the journey with, you know, from Greg Byrne to others here in the athletic department at the university. So, in all honesty, no, because I was at a great place. And so, you know, it was just a matter of really thinking it through. And, you know, I think the piece that I really tried to make sure of was I wasn't getting caught up in the emotions of the ups and downs of what we had just been through with the season, and trying to really take a step back in a short amount of time and have some perspective on everything, because, you know, we had such an amazing year, and, you know, on a Monday night in a national championship, you know, you're the wind's taken out of your sails, and, you know, you're trying to support your team and your staff, but you know, I just wanted to make sure I didn't caught up in that, and you know, taking a step back as much as I could, and in the moment was important.
You've obviously had a lot of experience being an athlete yourself. You know, you set records, you go to the NAIA, you win national titles there, you uptick into Division I college football realm, you win a Pac-12 title, you take a team to a national championship. In sports, like, as athletes, coaches, everybody in the performance world, you're always, you know, you're moving up the ladder. You're coming in to succeed somebody like arguably the greatest coach of all time in Nick Saban. How has your experience moving up, you know, in your journey helped you kind of not see these expectations? You come into a seat like Alabama and succeeding Nick Saban. Is there anything with that you think about?
Well, I think my journey in general is just something I'm super proud of, because I've always focused on just where I'm at. And really, it's never been about getting to an Alabama, or it was never even about getting even to a Washington or Fresno State. I mean, go on and on. It was about just coaching ball, loving the moment we're in, you know, raising a family and doing it with other people that had the same like-minded interests as I had in all those areas, both football and family. And so, you know, just enjoying that journey, enjoying that ride. But I think, you know, coming here, I just can't say enough about, again, being embraced by the community. You know, Coach Saban he's so respectful in how he's trying to handle, and he wants to see the program. You can just tell he wants it to be great, and he wants it to continue to go this direction, and us continue to build on all the things he's put in place. And so he's almost been over the top respectful, trying to keep that distance. And I want him to always know that, hey, this is our program, because whoever set foot in these buildings, and that's alumni, that's former staff members, everyone who made this place great, are always going to feel I want them to be a part of it.
When you play with other Alabama players, it's like they've taken a drug or something like that. They're so obsessed with Alabama. Truly, there's literally times I walk into the cafeteria and Rashawn Evans and Derrick Henry are just pointing at people. You lost to Alabama. You lost to Alabama.
A lot of pride. Yes.
They truly have, of any other team, the most school pride I've ever seen anybody else. And so now, like Will just said, you're taking over for a guy that is arguably probably the greatest college football coach of all time. You're walking into a room where guys, when they commit to this school, they're expecting to win national championships. Where they don't argue about how many games they win. They argue about how many national championships they win. Oh, you only got 2. I got 3.
Which class was better, yeah.
Yeah, which class was better. Was there any point for you where you sit down, you sit in the nice chair that Nick Saban once sat in, and you go, oh fuck, this is I mean, it is, there's got to be a level of this is a lot of responsibility, and you're walking into a room of these guys signed up to be coached by Nick Saban, and now you have come in, you're like, we're going to run this is going to be our offense, and keeping these kids around, especially with NIL, there's got to be a lot of tremendous pressure on that.
Yeah, I mean, you know what you signed up for, and I guess it just always goes back to everyone's human, and I think that being around these guys, you understand the reasons why they came here into this program, and it's Alabama football. It has a lot to do with Coach Saban, the guys and their commitments to being here, but they are just so proud of this program, and they want to be the ones that carry on the legacy of this place. It's been fun being around the alumni that do have that pride. I feel that, and it's not an ego thing; it's pride, and. These guys that are in this program that chose to stay here over the last couple months, they believe in this place and they know what we can accomplish. I have an appreciation that they understand that it's really about them and them sticking together. And the ones that stayed, man, they are resilient. They're hard-headed in some ways because we got to win a championship. We got a chip on our shoulder, and people think we're going to fall off because of the transition and all that. So it's been fun locking arms with them and helping them realize their goals and the reasons that they came here, and help us through and make this progress.
Jalen Milroe was quoted by saying, you proved that you're the right man for the job every single day during spring ball. What has your relationship been like with him?
He's special. He just has a heart of gold. He wants it so bad, both personally and also for this program. He's takes on the responsibilities of being the quarterback at Alabama with such grace. He's there for others. He's willing to give as much as he can. Sometimes I'm just always checking in with him to make sure he's good, because he gets pulled in a lot of different directions. But in the end, he loves getting out there. He loves the game of football. I mean, we've talked about that a number of times. He just loves everything that surrounds it, from the teamwork and the leadership that is asked of him to, just working on the daily skills. He loves the film. He just loves so much about the game itself. And, it's fun being around guys that are willing to put in all the things and make the sacrifices needed to go be great.
When you walk into the team meeting room for the first time, what was your message to the team when you first took the job?
That's a great question, Will.
Yeah, that was Friday night, and I knew that this was a group that had been through a lot just in the past couple of days. I don't remember exactly what that message was. It was a whirlwind for me and my family as well. Just a few hours earlier, I'd pretty much been off for the job. Been through my emotions in regard to everything of Washington. Still certainly hadn't even come close to getting through that, but knew that the team just needed to hear that I was excited about joining them, meeting them where they're at, and getting to know them, and appreciated their patience, because with all the noise that was around the program and all the noise that they were probably hearing individually on being pulled in different places and going different directions. They just, their belief in Alabama was something you could tell and feel right away. And there's a connection with a few of the guys, and I think those guys quickly just held the team in place. There were some staff members here that did a great job, but that was a meeting, I think, just to get in there and tell them how excited I was to be a part of this special place.
I have another one.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him about his very first phone call when he heard that he got the job.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was kind of going in that direction, so it wasn't necessarily a surprise, but it was, I think it was just more about being honored to have that responsibility to be the head coach here. It's just something, again, I won't take lightly, and had thought through, the night before, just if this opportunity came up, talking through with my family, what that would all mean, and the moving and the life changes and stuff that we'd be going through. So, but from a program standpoint, it's just such an honor and a privilege.